to the Indie Wrestling Guy with your hosts, the Hall of Fame referee, Jay Hawk, the not-so-mysterious benefactor, Jay Gold, and the legendary Charlie Butters.
Hey, we're back.
Happy New Year. Hey-oh.
This isn't If You Catch My Grift, even though everybody wants that to be back.
Oh, we do? I didn't know we did.
Apparently,
Austin.
Austin said that he's
Just
even
Dalton.
considered it, and we think we have a way we can do it now. So,
Okay, if it involves Austin doing all the research, you're gonna let 3 episodes and he's done again.
Right.
Austin's not going to have to do research. We're going to have an artificial Austin do all the research for us.
You're going to use AI?
There you
And have
go.
Austin do all the research? What is it? Austin AI Austin or Austin AI?
It'll be Austin AI, and then we'll just rewrite what needs rewritten and go from there. It'll just be a lot easier on him to do it. So we really did honestly have discussed it. Nothing is confirmed yet, but I was like, let's try it. And if the episode sucks, we won't release it. I was like, but I have a feeling that like there's a lot of people that really want it to come back. So
Well, I would be
I was
one of
asked
them.
about it several times at JLIT. So I'll just put that out there.
Several times.
Several.
Who was asking about it?
More than one person. Well, Battis was one, but there was others.
Battis. He doesn't count. Battis still listens to Opie and Anthony episodes from 20 years ago, and we talk about it. So he's a little behind.
Patty and I were having dinner, and these 2 other fans came and sat down because all the spaces were taken, and we had 2 empty seats. So I was like, yeah, sure, Then Patty like started promoting our podcast to these guys who apparently had never listened but love podcasts.
Oh, there we go.
We're super excited about this, and like they go to Neo Pro, so they know about the IW Guide title.
Oh, shit.
So
really?
they're like, oh man, we know about this. We know about we just saw BK Westbrook and Mikey for the belt. I was like, yeah. I was like, that's my belt. I was like, that's what we do. I was like, so check out the podcast. So
yeah, check it the fuck out. I hope you guys are listening tonight.
yeah, and they looked through and they were all excited about some of the interviews we had. They were very excited about it. So I'm hoping they're listening. So
Norfolk County Championship Wrestling. Check it out.
and then
Good one.
and then Alberti and Battis were like, nobody wants to listen to that. I was like, look, I didn't promote it. I was like, I don't do that shit. Patty did. And so thanks to Patty for that, because I don't put myself over to people.
Both of them listen to this show, Alberti and Battis. And you know what? Don't try to run us down, you 2 idiots. It is what it is. I know you listen. Dustin was all over that shit. He listens.
Let's not call Dustin an idiot. We need him to put us over.
Right. Put us over, Dustin.
So
yeah.
The last weekend we had lots to talk about, but then we had to take a week off. But I gained a new position at Neo Pro. I rang the bell for the show.
There you go.
I only messed up once, and
how do you mess up ringing a bell?
So we were coming back.
Attention.
We were coming back from well, hold on. I'll listen. So we were coming back from intermission, and it was Josh Bishop and Bill Collier were the match that we had going on, and the referee was Porter O'Shea, and I'm watching Bishop get gum from from somebody in the crowd, like a piece of gum, and I'm like just watching it, and I'm like, what? Because they were taking forever to get going, and then all of a sudden I realized Porter's screaming at me to ring the bell, so I did. Right. Funny thing is though, day session of JLIT, they didn't have a bell ringer, so I told Pedro, I was like, hey, if you don't have one for the evening, like I'll ring bell, like I've done it now. But Pedro was getting yelled at by a referee to ring the bell, and he wasn't paying attention. So I was like, it happens to everybody.
That's if you go out east in Long Island and you go to Kona's company, Remarkable Wrestling, there is probably a 1 in 5 chance that with your ticket you'll be able to ring the bell. That's how few staff he has working with him, and the odds are in your favor. You'll be asked to be the bell ringer. So. There's some more work for you, Butters, if you want to come out here and go to a Remarkable show.
So, yeah, I got to do that, and I think Porter's only mentioned it 3 times this week since this happened. So, we're doing that.
You're not allowed to make a mistake in this business ever.
No, never.
No, you got to be perfect.
I honestly thought he was going to yell at me a lot more than he even did, so.
got to be perfect. Otherwise, these guys are all they never let you live it down. It
Well, he
becomes a
said he
story.
screwed up a bunch in the match too, so it's not even. He said that the match as a whole was just like us being idiots. So.
That's par for the course, reporter. Screwing up during the matches. Par for the course.
But that was the last week, and so your mom's up to see you.
Yes, it is it is Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year, and my mom is here from Saturday until Thursday. So we went to Dave and Buster's on Sunday with my niece and nephew and Harper, and we played games all day and crapped around while the Jets were losing again. But yeah, so I am here, and then tonight we made a really nice dinner for the holiday, and we were watching some wrestling, and then my mom, if Kaplan's not on, she's not interested. So that's just kind of the way it goes around here. So we turned it off.
Speaking of Kaplan, I got to see him on Saturday.
How's he doing?
Turkey. He's doing good. He said he's taken some time. He's been going to a chiropractor, and he said he hasn't had any work done on his head, even though the last time we saw him, he was knocked out cold. And he thanked me for checking on him and everything and putting the match over. And he said he was really happy with everything and he was doing good. So,
no, that's good. And you didn't. So you had Neo Pro this weekend.
It was last weekend, and then JLIT there was a Neo Pro show that day, but it was like a Latin festival thing, and it was like a super small crew thing that was already done, and I'd already bought my JLIT tickets, so I wasn't missing out on JLIT.
So let's talk about your Neo Pro with BK Westbrook and Mikey. How'd that go?
Very well. BK showed up before, on time and then did his thing, and they killed it. The match will be available on October 1st. Video Wire number 7 will be out. We filmed a bunch of stuff. There was a bunch of like crazy run-ins at the end after the match ended, and set up for some future stuff. And we're rocking and rolling
really well on the YouTube page. By the way, everybody who's listening, we got to 200 on the Main Event Network. Now get us to 100 on the IW Guide YouTube page. Go to that because the Video Wires do very well. By the way, they get a lot of views.
We're at 54 subs right now. I'd love to get to 100 before the end of the year. So
we can make that happen. We'll keep hammering that. But I really think there's a lot more content since you've started uploading all those great Video Wire videos and things. People like that.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
And thank you, Rogi, for filling in for me for that match. I had fucking COVID and couldn't do this fucking match. I'm looking forward to it for fucking 6 months.
Yeah.
How'd you feel after that? When did you feel like you were out of the woods?
Sunday.
So you missed the show, and then the next day you felt better.
Yeah. That's my luck. And I'm not going to go into any detail on the year, but pretty much ever since then it's been low thing. So it's taking like every bit of my mental capacity to even be here tonight. So.
Oh man, listen,
it's been super quiet in the group chat. I was like, man, I don't even know if we're having another episode tonight. No, I was like, we better.
Listen, it's hard to do. It's hard to keep your mind on when your mom's staying with you. It just is. It's just every day is another miracle of living, if you will. So.
Yeah, well, the fun thing is a little bit inside baseball here. Jay goes like, I can't record this week, and Butter and I are like, okay, no problem, we'll handle it. And then it's like, well, we can't do Monday now. Can we do Tuesday? And then I couldn't do Tuesday because the wife was out of town. I had to pick her up in Cleveland. And then it's like, well, what about Wednesday? I'm like, yeah, my daughter has work, so I got to pick her up from work. So no, we can't do Wednesday. I was like, well, fuck it.
Right. Sometimes you gotta, we're in like a pattern here. We got to get ourselves back on going because the fall's coming. There's no reason to be outside at night. Once it gets cold, we should be inside recording. So it'll be just fine. And Jayhawk is going to promise us some good guests.
Yeah, he's
I'm not
working.
promising good guests, but I am working. So
he's working on it. I know he is.
And if I can, so this Sunday I'm going to be at ETU, by the way, and representing IW Guide, and it is going to be. I really mean it. And on that show, it's Marcus Mathers and Billy Starks is on there, and then it's all tag matches, the Shooter Boys, the Expected, Top Teams, Smash and Burn. They got a ton of guys on this show, all with PB and Jay Bougie watching along the way. Oh, and the gigantic ETU title match, Josh Bishop versus Mike Santana. So that is going to be great. I cannot wait to be there for that live. And we can't wait because Harper hasn't been to an ETU show in like 6 months. So it's time to get her back to the show and get rocking and rolling. So
You
that
should see if Mike Santana wants to grace us with his presence.
You know what? I tried to get him at Create a Pro, and he bails like as soon as his match was over. Because he was like the very first one. So I'll try to get him on Sunday. I'll ask Struggles too if he'll let me talk to him. Yeah, that'll be fine. We'll see if we can get somebody because I'd like to get. I'd love to bring Josh back on.
Josh, yeah, he's been doing some different stuff, so he's probably due for another one here soon.
Yeah,
him and I spent like a good 30 minutes talking at Neo Pro, just catching up on stuff, and it's like really funny because usually him and I just like fist bump and say hi, and this time like we were talking about Fourth Rope and his trip out to California and all the stuff he was doing out there, and then all the stuff he's been able to do with them and
Gallows and Anderson.
It was just a really fun. It was just a really fun thing, and then like he was telling me about his match with Matt Riddle, and then he was telling me about how he wanted to fight. But it was I was like I think he could take him. I think he could take him. He's
at
older
this point
now.
in career, sure he could.
Yeah, at this point, most people could probably take him. Let's be honest about it. But
Right.
Not me become a cookie, but
or Chuck Liddell because he's got like bad CTE, but like Bishop probably could take him for sure.
If Chuck Liddell gets those wide eyes and he's like looking at you, I still think he could knock you out with one. You wouldn't see
probably.
it coming.
He's still got the power of the punch.
Well, the thing with those guys is they're all scrambled brains, but they get like a moment of clarity. And if you're like in the fight with them at that moment of clarity, you're basically dead, right? They get like 1 second to like kill you.
It's fucking muscle memory, like how Vern Gagne killed that dude in the nursing home when he had no idea where the fuck he was. He just fucking used it correctly.
Was that story real? Is that real?
Vern Gagne want to wrestle, and then he just snapped the guy's neck.
From what I can tell, that story's real.
Really? Wow. Well, I like Butter's explanation better.
Sal Banditti want to wrestle?
Yeah, I'm not going to ask Greg Gagne because I don't want to piss him off. But I understand the story's real.
Hey, Greg, did your dad murder an old man in an old age home allegedly?
I mean, that's kind of like that kind of needs to be clarified. That's
I'm like very a sleazeless story, isn't it?
That is a sleazeless, right? Yeah, it's a sleazeless story.
Yeah, definitely. Weird. Oh well, shit. Oh, I got to get the schedule up and running for this weekend.
I know I've made it as a booker because now I'm getting unsolicited messages from wrestlers looking for work. So,
anybody you've actually heard of?
Yeah, both of them are from Pittsburgh, out of Pittsburgh. So
okay, people who know who you are.
They were recommended to reach out to me by certain people that I work with. So
gotcha. Okay.
So, but it's like, I was like, okay, like, I think it's one of those things. Like, I'm starting to get, hey, these are all the things I've done, and please use me.
Oh, send a video. We'll put it on the video wire. We'll see if people want. We can put up a poll and say, you think this guy deserves a shot with us?
Oh, what if that's like a new way to like book like wrestlers? Like we do. We
may be onto something.
Send us a promo and we'll put it up, and then people can vote, and then we'll book you in like a pre-show match.
Oh my God, that would be. We might be onto something. Send us. Yeah, we put up a poll. What do you think of this guy's material? And if the fans give it the thumbs up, good like in Gladiator, you thumbs up and thumbs down it.
I think reminds me of a story Bruce Pritchard told about Conan calling him during the Monday Night War, trying to see about possibility of WWE uking him. And he introduced himself as K-Dog, and Bruce didn't watch Nitro. He had no idea Conan would call himself K-Dog. I thought it was just some random dude. Well, send us a tape and we'll take a look. Kind of like after the fact it was Conan.
Oh my God, that's great. That's great. Holy crap. Well,
shout outs?
Yeah.
Let's give shout outs to Zach, who got to go to Arena Mexico.
Yeah, his stories were great. He was texting Butters and I, showing us pictures and everything. It was awesome.
And Bagelmonger and Patty.
Hey, Patty.
Hi, Patty. Thanks for texting me at JLIT. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Corey, I missed you, but we'll catch up.
Yeah, she messaged me. I was sitting in second session. I was sitting at ringside, and she was a couple seats behind me.
I saw you in the video.
And certain wrestler family was walking by her and they stepped on her and didn't apologize and made me very, very angry. And so I gave up my ringside seat to Summers and went and sat back next to Patty to make sure that if it happened again, that there was apologies made.
Summers. I love Justin Summers. Justin Summers is finding the Lord. I love it.
We got to chat for a bit and catch up, and it was good catching up with him. So
yeah, definitely.
I usually see him at Toy Hios, but it was nice to see him at wrestlings. And then, obviously, like he needed somebody to take photos of him with like Swoggle and everybody. Mm-hmm. So we tag teamed and did photos with everybody. So
yeah, nice. I cannot wait to talk about Swoggle later. By the way,
yes, and Dixon. All right, what's on this weekend, boys?
What's on?
What's on this weekend?
All right, over on Triller TV, this coming Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, Wrestling Revolver Redemption 2025. The main event, a no-rope pit fight for the Revolver Technics title. J.D. Griffey defending against Rick Savage. Jake Christ against Guy de la Cremosa in a Technics deathmatch. A first-time ever match BDE against Maya World. The MPX Tag Team Champions, The Scorn, taking on Alpha Kig, plus Matthew Palmer, Crash Jackson, Caven, Demo Diamond, Phil Shark, and more in action.
All right, over on the Independent Wrestling Television Network, as I said earlier, live from the Mecca, Sunday, September 28th at 4 p.m., it is ETU Presents I Really Mean It. It is Charles Mason versus Akuro Kwan, Devious Cast versus Jody Ora, Austin Luke versus Joseph A-Game Alexander, Zeta Steel versus Maya World versus Janai Kai. Maya World's going on yours, and then she's going to be there on Sunday. Wow. All right. Alec Price versus Kenny Broadway, Marcus Mathers versus Billy Starks, the Atlantic Tag Team Championship on the line, the Killionaires Club versus Bang and Matthews versus Latinos Most Wanted, and the Key to the East Championship, Mike Santana versus our pal, Josh Bishop. And
bring that
that's
belt home
awesome.
to me, Bishop. Bring it home, baby.
That's right. And that is only on the Independent Wrestling Television Network, and I am really looking forward to it. So if anybody's there on Sunday, come by and say what's up.
And I'm putting Maya World over without even seeing one of the matches, going from Bedford, Texas to the Mecca in less than 24 hours.
All right. Let's get into our review.
Doing a review.
All right, and this time around, we are reviewing the 2025 JT Lightning Invitational Tournament. Took place on September 20th from the Rocky Atma Hall in Lakewood, Ohio. We gotta stop doing these fucking tournament shows. Think we can start a fucking
this was a gigantic wrestling weekend, the weekend of the 20th, between WrestleFallujah or whatever it was called, and AEW, and then JLIT. But I will say, out of all three shows, I didn't watch WrestlePalooza because I don't get it on ESPN, so forget it. But I enjoyed this AIW show a ton. This is one of the first time in several shows we've watched that I can say top to bottom. I know, Butters, you have your own opinions, but top to bottom, I loved every match on this card. It all worked for me, so I'm ready to go into it.
Yeah, I will say that part of my bunch of little things happening with the ESPN shit, but I mean, I wasn't gonna be able to watch. I wasn't gonna be able to watch the show anyway, but I was like trying to watch the last couple of a football game, thinking I had the ESPN deal, and apparently I don't.
I don't understand. I have ESPN. I have all the ESPN channels. I have Hulu bundle. How do I not have ESPN Unlimited? What are they doing? So dumb. Anyway, let's get into it. Yeah.
Like a rant for another day.
Yep.
Both sessions did have free view matches. The free view match for session 1, Alex Melee against Jay Garcia.
That one I missed. That was on a different stream. Can you give me a little bit of background on that one?
It was a 7-minute pre-show match. I don't know really what else to tell you about it.
No, did you watch it or no?
I watched it. It was a good match. Again, 7-minute match. My one critique would be maybe don't do a double down in the pre-show.
Okay.
7-minute match, you don't need a double down, but it was fine.
Good. All right. I'm glad Melee is back and doing stuff, and I just want to see more of. You know who I miss? I miss members only. So
I would like to inform you that on Neo Pro,
Yeah.
Members only won the Neo Pro Tag Team Championships.
Oh, good. Good for
So
them.
they are the Neo Pro Tag Team Champions, and Jocelyn won the Neo Pro Women's Championship. So
Oh, wow.
It looked kind of like Melee getting the win in that Freeview match with a knee strike, 6 minutes and 51 seconds.
I specifically told Zay Garcia to make sure that he punished Alex Melee and beat him, and then he didn't do that. So I told him losers don't get title matches. So
That's right. That's right.
he said he didn't technically lose. I don't know how that works, but
Okay. At any rate, the rest of the main card of the first session is all of the first round matches for the tournament, and we open with Derek Dillinger against Shimbashi. I will say I like the building. I like the look of the building. They dimmed the light for the first session. So the ring was really dark when they had on the hard cam.
Well, I
know.
think that was the whole time. I think it was the hard cam was dark for some reason because every time they cut to the side cameras, it was bright.
Right.
yeah,
And
they ended up like tweaking the lights for the second show. It was real bright again for the second show. They were messing with it nonstop, like trying to do the white tests on stuff, and they couldn't get it just
Yeah,
how they wanted.
Yeah, it looked a lot better on the second show, even with the pre-show match. Like I made a note on the pre-show match, like I love how the lighting showed off the unique look of the building, and then the main show started, and I couldn't keep the ring with the hard cam shot. So, but I mean, I do like the fact that they were tweaking it, and by the second show, it did look a lot better.
Yeah, definitely. But I was very pleasantly surprised with this match and the outcome. As a matter of fact, I did not see it coming. I did not hold Shimbashi as high regards as maybe somebody as maybe other people do. But he looked great. I like that he cut his hair and his gear was on point. He definitely looked good. So
I don't like that he cut his hair, but I will say that he also busted my bracket right off the rip. So
Yeah. Yeah.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Fun
wasn't
little opener
expecting
here.
him to pick up that dub. So
Right, not
But
at
this is
all.
a very good match.
Yep.
Yeah, very, very good match. Derek at one point was trying to push Shimbashi through the guardrail like a fucking Looney Tune character going through a tunnel.
Yeah, he was Derek's long blonde hair sometimes like it throws me off because I liked when he just had like the shortcut and now he's
Yes.
kind of like
I don't-
growing it
I
out.
don't-
It kind of
This new hair is so weird on him.
it looks weird. It's kind of throwing me off, but still but when he gets crazy and like he's in like a zone, like it makes him look like a crazy person. So it's good.
Yeah. Now, one thing I have noticed with commentary here, I love Wadsworth and Dustin. They do a great job. I wish Dustin would do more of the analysis because it really comes off like Wadsworth doing the play-by-play and he doing the analysis. Like there was
okay.
like there was a point here where Shimbashi had a cover on Derek and he was covering like the left side and Derek got the right shoulder up. I would like Dustin to pick up on that and be like, well, if he had the weight over that right shoulder, maybe Derek couldn't have gotten it up. Stuff like that. I like to
That's
kind of
interesting.
incorporate more stuff like that in the commentary, but
Yeah, interesting.
yeah. But it is Shimbashi getting the win with the lifting DDT in 10:30. We go to our next first round matchup. It is Tyson Riggs against Cam Holloway, who is substituting for the injured Vincent Nothing. And Alberti basically admits he used AI to get his notes and get Tyson Riggs and Kingle Father free about the Luke and home.
Listen, Man Bear Pig Kid it has become so much more entertaining and I like it very much. But I honestly, Sam was my guy that I thought was going to win the whole thing. So I was not surprised when he won. I just thought he was going to win the whole thing.
So this was, Sam was a replacement. And so I was like, okay, Holloway has come a super long way. And, he was recently injured. He's back now. So I was really happy to see him in the ring and get to watch him wrestle. Tyson Riggs, I was talking to a couple people and, I said, it wasn't on my bingo card that Tyson Riggs was going to be a completely different wrestler than he was when he first started and how far he's come along. The only thing I don't like about him is this weird little smile that he does when he walks around ringside. I don't know why he's doing it. It's not
smirk?
creepy. It's just it gives me the ick. So maybe that's what they're going for, but I don't think that's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he's going for that, but because he's a heel, it's perfect. He ever turned
I
baby
don't know. I think that's the one thing he needs to work on is whatever this like the karate gimmick is going to be, and whatever they need to really tone it. So we know he's going to be working with Derek in the future, so hopefully Derek can help him figure that out.
Yeah, he is smug.
Yeah, and I think once they do that, I think he's really going to excel even further. So that's really cool to see. This match was really, really good.
And I'll put Tyson Rick over here. He did a delayed German suplex to Cam, which is an incredible show of strength. And I know some people are going to be like, "Well, you're not going to get taken over on a suplex if you don't cooperate." No, he fucking held him up. He
deadlifted him. He like popped him up and deadlifted him. Yes, he has that strength. Like I said, think he's a different fucking cat than he was a year ago. He knocked out Kaplan. He fucking handled Sam Holloway the hard way. And Sam got the win, and Sam tossed him around and whooped that ass. But that kid is not the same kid he was a year ago. He's really stepped up his fucking game, and
I think it's time for him to come on the show.
I'm not in disagreement with that. I really think that I hope that he used us hating on him to fuel his rage, because he's fucking got it now. I mean,
I hope he hears Man Bear Pig Kid in his brain and he goes nuts in the ring. But we'll get to that. So good match, though, and I'm glad Sam won. I really wanted Sam to win the whole thing. I don't think I looked at the brackets enough. I didn't realize that he was the sub. So, but I was happy that he was in there. So,
Big Sam getting the pin with the choke bomb in 10:04. We then go to what ended up being my favorite match of the first round: Shelby Wylder with Peaches against Guy Cattle Swoggle with Dixon. And I'm just gonna say it. We had a horse named Peaches. Swoggle should have called his horse Cream. Peaches and Cream. I'm sorry. What are we even doing if we didn't do that? If we didn't go that route?
I like how much Swoggle was into it. He coming out in that blow up horse, doing his thing. The death of the horse. Just everything about it was absolutely the RKO on Peaches. Like, it was everything that he did, that they worked. Shelby just showing his range again. The guy can wrestle. The guy can do comedy. Like,
horse killer.
Yeah, you have a real gem there with Shelby. You really do.
I wasn't expecting on his birthday he turned heel and went full heel, man. Like, heel Shelby is not something I ever expected to see. And wow.
No.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that was the idea, but credit Shelby for rolling with it when he realized how the crowd was reacting.
Well, yeah, you can't just kill a horse in front of people and not expect it to, especially a leprechaun's horse. You kill a leprechaun's horse, and you're not going to be a fan favorite anymore. Like, that's just not how that works.
Right.
Yeah. Charles Van gets the shit kicked out of him. Like, but he took like 2
the shootout.
I think
there was a shootout.
They did a shootout. He got shot. He got a gut shot and somehow finished the match, which I think that makes him a better ref than you, Jayhawk, because I don't think he could have finished the match.
He got shot and took a groin shot, didn't he? Didn't Shelby fall into his groin? Didn't he get his bell rung too right there?
I was gonna say Shelby fell into him at one point too. No.
Yes, there was a lot going on there. I got to be honest. That match was that match had everything that I wanted, and then the 10 bell salute for the dead horse was amazing. And then that Pedro was like, he had his head down on Swoggle's shoulder, like he was weeping into Swoggle's shoulder and like being his emotional help. And I'm like, this is amazing. It was amazing. Pedro sold it too.
Yeah, I'm a big proponent. I'm not normally a fan of comedy wrestling, but I like comedy in wrestling. But I would definitely make an exception for this was fucking great all the way around. Yeah. Like, I absolutely loved it.
So the 1-2 punch that they did here with this match, and then following it with Dom and Mad Dog Conley, was the absolute best thing they could have possibly done, because that was the best of both worlds of wrestling for me. And I think that back-to-back made these two matches my favorite things of this weekend. The combo of this was the perfect combo of what AIW is and what I love about wrestling. And I think
that's your favorite match, by the way. Dom and Mad Dog Connolly, wherever they go now, I think that's your favorite thing.
So I've never heard to Dom about this.
About anything like that. Yeah.
I talked to Dom about this. He said that they had a match, I think, at like a GCW show, and it wasn't very good. Then they had the match at DPW, and he said that he didn't think it was going to be very good, and then they ended up knocking it out of the park. And now they kind of know what they have to do to make the match good, and they did it again here at AIW. So
they literally beat the dog snot out of each other.
Pretty much. They just have to go out there and just beat the fuck out of each other, and people go crazy for it.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I am going to absolutely agree with you. I think the putting that on right after Shelby and Swoggle, you got the comedy match, and then you got these two guys that are just different the hell out of each other. That was the perfect way to handle two completely opposite type of matches back to back.
Yep.
Yeah, I was standing in the next to Patty for this, and I was just screaming the whole time. Like there was so much good stuff. I about lost my voice. Like it was just go out of your way to find this match, watch it. Go, pay the YouTube fee, join the Patreon, the $5 tier. Go watch this match. This match fucks hard. It's up there in my top 10 of the year. It's not as good as their hardcore match they had at DPW, but it's pretty fucking close. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I think the only reason it's not as good at the DPW match is they actually went under 8 minutes bell to bell.
Right.
Well, they went under what? They went about 2 hours for the first session,
and about 3 for the second.
So. Yeah. Okay, that's probably why I get it.
Well, it's 8 singles matches, so yeah, I've kind of figured it was going to be a pretty easy to pump out like under 2 hours. So
yeah.
And nothing needed to be super long in the first round anyway, because it's all single stuff. So
yeah, and everybody got to come back at least once, if not twice. You don't want to wear people out in the first half of the show,
right?
But it was Dom getting the win with the Muscle Buster. Our next first round match: Alec Pryke against Tyler Jordan, accompanied by Nipsey Nash.
By the way, before you go forward, Dom's Muscle Buster probably the best in independent wrestling. There's nobody who I believe more when they do the Muscle Buster than Dom. So.
Yeah, but going to Alec Pryke and Tyler Jordan, again, another completely different style match from what we had before it. I mean, I love the pacing of this show as far as which match went where, because you got every match like a different type of match and told a different story. And what you didn't get 3 hardcore matches back to back to back like AIW seemed to do sometimes. They actually did a very nice job.
Yeah,
it was stuff out here.
This match was good. This, of course, showcases any Alec Pryce match is good. Tyler Jordan's really. He's worked hard to get to where he is. So, and him and what's his face, Nipsey Nash or whatever, they're great together. So, I good match. Alec Pryce and the two of them just worked, and that match was extremely entertaining.
Yeah, they clicked. I know that Alec Pryce, top guy on the indies right now. He's everywhere. He's does some of the coolest moves. He can just have like the craziest matches. Tyler Jordan, low key out there fucking putting in work, going places and doing things. I don't see a ton of him like promoting it on his stuff, but like I know he's been out to like Wrestling Open. I know he's been out, getting out there and doing it, the stuff out there on the indies, getting experience different places, OVW, stuff like that. So, good on him. He's coming back. He's showing that he can, he's a blue chipper and he can go. And this just proved it right here. This match was excellent. You could have seen this on, a GCW card, a Wrestling Open card, any other card that that's on the level with AIW. And I mean, you wouldn't even blink twice thinking about it. So great.
Do we have to tap the sign again? Hey, indie wrestlers, promote your shit online. Promote. Don't make me tap the sign.
He may even promote it. I may just not see it. I don't know.
I follow him. Okay, I don't see it.
Okay.
Promote yourselves. We want to see it. Yep.
Yeah. But I love Alec Pryke. Alec Pryke goes all the way around the ring, like doing a combination rope walk and springboard before doing a fucking takedown. Like the concentration to that take alone, not even above the athletic ability.
All the way around the ring too, by the way.
Yeah, like all 4 guys to the fucking ring.
For a guy whose THC blood alcohol is probably higher than the Empire
he literally
State
bleeds
all the time.
Yeah. His teeth, it's nothing. It's infused. At this
can't fathom how he's just the best. He is the best.
And again, back to this match. Of course, this match had my absolute favorite spot ever, where the referee counts to 2 and the manager pulls the referee out of the ring, and it's not a DQ.
Yeah.
God, I hate that fucking.
Don't get upset,
I believe I texted you when that happened too.
Yes.
Yeah, you did. My first thought was, you're gonna make me hate this show before I get a chance to get down and watch it. Yeah, it is what it is at this point. Like I've got my peak on it, and there's nothing I can say that would be new to the table at this point.
That's okay.
But it was Alec Pryke getting the win with the 720 DDT in 13:46, the longest match of the first round.
Coolest move. I love that move.
Our next matchup here, this one's another really fun one. Mikey Montgomery against Gidney Akeem, the former Reggie, former Script.
I was didn't we talk about this where I was like, where the hell has this guy been?
Yep.
I haven't seen him in a while. He really was a good soldier for the whole day. It was good to see him on the show. Him and Mikey shined. Listen, I didn't think he was going to lose. I'm glad he did, only because I like the homegrown stuff and that kind of stuff a lot more. But holy moly, what a great match. Guys were flipping and flopping all over the place, and not in a bad way, in a very good way. So great match.
That's the one thing I will say about AIW. When they bring in outside talent, they bring in former WWE talent. The big name talent will put the local talent over a lot more than a lot of independent promotions. I don't know if it's just other independent promotions don't act if they are willing to put the other people over, or if Thorns has got to come away really doing well to convince them. But I like the fact that when they bring these names in, it's not a guarantee the name's going to win the match.
It's very rare that they do, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been noticing that.
Yeah, but this match was a lot of fun. Kenny Akeem did a crossbody where he did a full corkscrew in midair. Really, that was really sweet. Mikey gets the win with the Blu-ray driver in 1036. I'd like to see them run this back.
Yeah, I would watch it again. Sure.
Okay, from there, we go to our next first-round match. It is Colin Delaney continuing his Undertaker garb. He's the only person to be in every single one of the tournament.
The JLIT taker.
Yes, taking on Wes Barkley.
You know, it was a very TV-friendly match. Wes wrestles a TV style. He does not wrestle an indie style. Colin wrestles a TV style when he wants to and can wrestle a TV style and an indie style. It just felt it was very much a consistent. The fans love Wes. I mean, we have our opinions on some of Wes's matches, but the fans love him, and he brings in people, and that's what it is. I mean, you know, I didn't think he was. I didn't envision him Colin winning anyway. I just don't see Colin, like, he's just not at that point in his career where he's moving on. But I applaud AIW for getting guys going and putting guys in situations. It was fine. It was a TV match, and it did its thing, and it got Wes over, and that was that basically.
No disrespect to Colin, and I gave Colin my free Crown Royal drink.
Oh yeah, all the Crown Royals
thing.
Yeah,
I gave him my coupon for that because respect to Colin. He's always been super cool with us and with me, and because of Orange and everything like that. But I had to go fucking tear one out in the bathroom, and the Roxy has the nicest bathrooms because it's a unisex bathroom, but they have like full on doors, and like it goes all the way up, and it's actually closed off in those little rooms. So like it's very private for you to do your thing in there, and I fucking tore one up in there, and
that's what we're doing. Okay.
It was very much needed. I almost took photos and sent it to you and was like, "Hey, I got to see this Wes Barkley match. Look at the results."
Oh Lord, friend of the show, Wes Barkley.
but I did not. Because I knew that Jayhawk was already still getting over being sick, and I didn't need to stress you out any further. But yeah,
we move on.
They have really nice bathrooms there. I'm just gonna say that.
Okay.
Nothing will top the Scottish pub I went to in Salt Lake City where they had a fucking keg at the urinal in the goddamn bath in the goddamn.
Were you reffing a match there?
When I went to Cauliflower Alley, I went to Utah a couple of days after to see my best friend and wanted to play and we went for lunch.
Oh, nice. All right. Well, you got the run on him for that one. So what was last? I think there was one more match on this card.
Yeah, there was one more match on the card. It was Wes Barkley winning with the stroke in 10:32. And our main event of the first session, Eric Taylor with the Duke taking on Tyler Breeze.
Tell you guys the way I was bearing down on that bull, I thought I was going to have a stroke.
What did you eat? What is that? Jesus.
I had a mini monster burrito and rice the night before.
Anytime anybody tells a story, burrito always comes out. Always.
Right?
Anyway. I love Prince Pretty, and can I just say, I thought Eric Taylor did a really good job in this match.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think he spent way too much time outside the ring, but other than that, I love this match. I think Prince Pretty,
but I think Eric Taylor has upped his game.
Oh yeah, dude, Eric Taylor is definitely up there. I can see why they've really invested in him as one of their top guys. And
I'd like to see him on more indies.
Yeah, I'd like to see him expand himself, and I think I can help him with that. And promoter butters might be maybe reach out and make something happen with that.
Is it too much to ask, Eric? I'd like to see you work a little. Get out there and work some more.
Yeah, I will say here. I think Eric Taylor was the one guy who talked to Larry Kibitko, and they brought him into Hell on Earth a couple years ago. But all that stalling was right out of the Larry Kibitko playbook.
I did get to meet Prince Pretty. I got him to sign a first time in the line Tyler Breeze figure.
Nice dude.
Super nice dude. We talked about him wrestling Jushin Liger because I really, that was like one of my favorite matches that they ever had.
Me too.
And he said that he had to wrestle somebody local, and then they told him like that he was going to wrestle. They would tell him who he was going to wrestle later, and he was like, okay, that's weird. And then he said that Finn got to tell him that he was wrestling Liger. And so he was super excited about that. He said he really enjoyed it. And then I told him that the seasonal residence thing that he would have them do instead of a hometown was like a next level thing that like nobody else was like smart enough to come up with. And it was so smart. And they just so happened to do seasonal residence references in his entrances for both shows. So
that match with Liger is what, 10 years ago at least?
It was at the first ever NXT New York takeover. Yeah.
Was it takeover, or was it the original?
It was the first takeover Brooklyn.
Yeah,
was it
takeover Brooklyn?
What was the pay-per-views called before that? They had something else that NXT did. Arrival. So they had Arrival
was the first
and
one.
Then Takeover. Yeah.
Arrival was the first one. Then
that
they were NXT Takeover, and then the thing. It was NXT Takeover New York.
Oh, okay.
Because I was in line at the Elm Road Taco Bell waiting on my food, and the line was so long that I had to put the show on my phone to watch it so that I didn't miss that match. And I told him about that actually.
Yeah, that was a hell of a match, and good for him for being a cool dude.
He was very, very cool.
August 22nd, 2015, WWE NXT Takeover Brooklyn in Barclays Center. Counterclaim weekend.
Wow.
Yep.
That my daughter was born the week. You said August. What was the date?
22nd.
She was born 4 days before that.
Wow.
I was definitely watching it when she came home from the hospital. So I know that much. Nice.
5 years later, we become friends. How about that?
That's right. That's 4 years later.
Yeah,
2019.
You're right. You're right.
Nice. All right. Yep. So we get through the first. Session, and I honestly, if that was all they put out for the day, I would have been satisfied because it was great. I liked all the matches.
Excellent. It was real fun. I know the crowd was a little light, but it was a fun, loud crowd, which was good. I mean, they did everything they needed to do they didn't sit on their hands. That's what I liked about them. The Neo Pro crowd from the previous weekend, a lot of them sat on their hands for a lot of stuff, and it made me like really unhappy because they did okay. It wasn't like the biggest crowd, but like if they would have just been loud, it would have been it would have felt like a bigger crowd, and they just sat on their hands for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Tyler Breed did win that match with Eric Taylor, the only outside talent to win their first round match. We do have a free view match for the second session. It was Nipkey Nash against Tommy Rain, with Tyler Jordan and Nipkey Nash at corner.
So TKD is going as Tommy Rain now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Duke was on commentary with Wylder for this match, and when Tyler Jordan tripped Tommy Rain up, Duke was like, okay, why isn't Jake yelling at him? He yelled at me for doing the same thing. And then he denied that he ever did the same thing, which was typical Duke. I love Duke.
Well.
Fun little preview match, same thing, about 7 minutes. You get the crowd warmed up. Tommy Rain hit with a Canadian backbreaker into a facebuster for the pin. We go to the main card, and instead of opening with one of the semifinals, we open with tag team action. The Sons of Stamford, Swoggle, and Colin Delaney taking on Jeff Steele and Mad Dog Connolly, which is a tag team I never knew I wanted, but I fucking love it.
I was very excited when I saw that was the match, and I was like, oh man, great for Jeff. He gets the team with Mad Dog Conley, and I will give big props to Jeff because even after that match happened, I think I went to the bathroom during the second show as well, to fucking smash another one. And I saw Jeff talking with Mad Dog Conley, and they were kind of going over some stuff. So good on Jeff Steele for picking guys' brains that AIW brings in, and stuff like that. That's good stuff. I like to see that. That makes me know that he actually fucking cares and wants to do better. So
let me ask you a controversial question. At what point when because Vince is gone, so when do we stop with the former WWE guys when on the indies just calling themselves stuff from the TV side of things? When does that end?
It's never going to end.
Oh, I don't know. Sons of Stanford's really funny to us, but you get some of these young kids who are like, I don't know what the hell that is. You know what I mean? Like,
that's fine. They don't have to know. I mean, it's just a Swoggle and Colin Delaney. Like,
no, I love them both. I love Colin. I love him as a person, and I love him in the ring. And anything he does is fine. I'm just wondering when is the expiration on Vince jokes? Now that he's, he looks like Gargamel, and there's, nothing else going on at this point.
Pretty much when Vince gets dead and people start forgetting all the shit. So probably never.
I thought Josh was going to ask when were we going to have enough poop jokes on this show, and I don't think there's such a thing as too many.
Joke. No, there is no such thing as too many. I agree with you.
Yeah, I actually thought he was going to ask at what point you went to the bathroom in the second show, but
I don't know. We'll have to keep going, and I'll let you know when I don't remember something from the show.
Yeah, but this was largely a comedy opener, at least in the first half. Quaggle asked for the bell to ring a second time. So they ring the bell, and then Quaggle's like, "We won! We're going to get paid."
Acting like a dog and whatnot,
Oh yeah, he was acting in front of Mad Dog Conley, which I thought was a big mistake. Then he took photos of his feet. Like, we're going to be rich.
Yes, with Colin's phone, no less.
Yes.
Right. And then why did Colin have his phone on him?
Yeah, he had his phone on him to wrestle. I was like, what the hell? So yeah, very, very fun match.
Quaggle wants to do the 10 punch count along in the corner, and then realize he can't get up high enough. We bring Colin in to do it, and then Steele clumps down further, and Quaggle goes to do it again. Realize he's still too high. We have Colin come back in and do it. And then finally, Jeff Steele getting down on the mat and Quaggle able to do it without actually having to get up on the rope. Fucking great shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff getting them to be able to do like a comedy match with like Swoggle and Colin Delaney, and then like having Mad Dog as his tag team partner. That's some great experience for a young guy that's just started. I mean, he just debuted this year, so like it's huge for him to be able to have these experiences and get to do these kind of things that, I'm very happy for him. And I feel like it's definitely not lost on him. He's learning a lot from it. So good for him.
No doubt.
Yeah, but if the Skunk can stand for getting the win, Mad Dog actually ate the pin here, which surprised me. I figured Jeff Steele was going to eat the pin, but no. After the match, Quaggle and Colin try to take the JLIT the trophy because they think they won it by winning the tag match.
Yeah, I saw that when they bring the trophy.
They may have had several beers in between shows, so this may have been why I went on so early, because
they couldn't
go any later.
Right.
They might have been, three sheets to the wind.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, Colin was still drinking his. Colin was still drinking his like Aki was coming to the ring. So
Mm-hmm.
From there, we do have our first semifinal match. The semifinals were 4-way matches. Dominic Guarini, Shimbashi, Alec Price, and Cam Hardaway-Holloway. This one was fucking insane. Like, I don't have a lot of notes being I wasn't going to try.
Don't bother. It was bonkers. It was everywhere. It was bonkers. It was everywhere. It was every style, everything that you want out of all four of those guys. Shimbashi, who I wish I was here when you guys interviewed him. I'm still upset because I wanted to know more. What a spot they put him in, and he didn't disappoint. It was, as I said, I liked every match on this card, and this one was no different.
Yeah, this was a great 4-way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Price did a dive over the guardrail into all three guys at one point. There's just
lots of dives. Yep.
It was Cam Holloway pinning Shimbashi with the choke bomb and 756 to get the win.
I love that.
They crammed so much action in the 8 minutes. Like, it was just if you would have told me this was 15 minutes, I would have bought it because how much action there was. 8 minutes.
Yeah, I love that move. I love it a lot.
From there, we have our other semifinal match, the Horse Killer Shelby Wylder, and that is how he got introduced when he came to the ring. Mikey Montgomery, Wes Barkley, and Tyler Breeze. And I love the fact that Wadsworth flat out admitting that we got a bigger crowd for the second half of the show, because half the crowd had no idea why Shelby Wylder's being booed or how he killed a horse. He actually brings the corpse of Dixon onto the stage, and they throw it down, and the people that were there the first half are reacting, and the other half are like, what the fuck's going on?
Oh, that is something else, too. In the opening match, Swoggle did have tape around his arm with the name Dixon on it.
That was another thing, too. Like, let's do it for Dixon! And Wadsworth going, nobody knows half the crowd doesn't even know who Dixon is. I didn't see the first half of the show. No, but this was a fun one here. They're kind of playing off that Shelby's mad at Peaches for whatever reason, or Peaches mad at Shelby. And so Shelby's using Peaches like a weapon.
Didn't at one point Wadsworth say that Peaches did a dive?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, somebody, I forget who it was, but somebody threw Peaches onto Shelby, and Peaches just did a dive.
Did a dive, yes.
Yeah, at one point, Shelby kicking Peaches like a weapon. Mikey kicked Peaches in self-defense, and Peaches go flying into the crowd and hit poor Devin in the front row.
Wait, was this one? This was Eric Taylor doing the dive, and he hit his leg, and he was limping all over the place? Or am I thinking of the wrong match?
You're thinking
wrong
of the
match.
Wrong match.
He wasn't in this match. He lost to Tyler Breeze.
No, I keep thinking of all. Yeah, he did lose to Tyler. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I am going to say we need Shelby and Peaches to make up. We need to bring Chavo Guerrero back and have Shelby Wylder and Peaches and Chavo Guerrero and Pepe.
I think if Shelby is turns heel, then you should book a full feature feud with him and Peaches and have like the Limp Bizkit My Way trailer, whichever big event. Let's do it at like Hell on Earth, where it's Shelby versus Peaches and they do a My Way, you know. Oh, Shelby, if you're listening, come on, use your brain here. I smell money. I smell so much money. If it's you versus your horse. With Pedro either as the referee or as like the enforcer. And Pedro is so sad because he doesn't know who he should be rooting for. Or like Pedro in a wheelchair.
He'd
like
be
Linda
rooting
McMahon.
for the horse. He'd be rooting for Peaches.
Pedro would be rooting for Peaches. No
like Linda McMahon, Pedro would be like he would be like comatose in a wheelchair, and then when you know Shelby goes over to slap him, he stands up and crotches him, and then Peaches gets the pin. I got it.
Okay, Rufo.
Right. I got it. I got it all.
Finish come. Barkley take Shelby down with a stroke.
Yep.
Tyler Breeze hits Wes with the spinning leg lariat, but Wes falls on top of Shelby and gets the pin.
I don't like the stroke. Nobody knows how to take it. It doesn't look good on anybody. I do not like that finisher. It only worked for Jeff Jarrett, and it didn't even work really for Jeff Jarrett. Like, I don't like that move. I just don't like it. Nobody on the indies knows how to take it. You got to flatten it, and everybody drops on a knee, and it looks ridiculous. It's supposed to be like if you were doing a Russian leg sweep and you're falling backwards, you're doing a Russian leg sweep and you're falling forward. Why does nobody flatten it? Why do they always put their knees down? Anyway.
I'm waiting for all the hate tweets. What's Jay Gold know? He's never been in the ring.
Yes, I have. What are we talking about? Shut up. I did. All you people, I did in the 90s. All right, I'm old. What do you want me to do? Anyway.
All right, from there we have Jocelyn Navarro against the debuting Isla Dawn. Now, this is the second match in a row where Papa Stone is yelling at the outside talent, and it's becoming really distracting at this point. I like Papa Stone, and by all means, when Chuck in the ring go nuts, maybe tone it down just a little bit.
Well, I think if I could go back to the match, because I don't want to give that too much, I think Jocelyn has been working on herself, on her physique, and all the way she looks great. Jocelyn looked great. She moves well. She looked great. And I'm not,
she doesn't look out of place with any of these ex-WWE talents that have come in and wrestled. She's right there with them.
She looked fantastic. And I think she's worked really hard on the way she looks. And I give her full marks because she looks fantastic. I'm happy for her. And it just goes to show how, the people on the indies, when you make that effort to really improve your, the way you are, people notice it. And she looks great. And this was a really fun match. And Isla Dawn, another WWE XW comes to AIW who looks like they're having fun in the ring.
Yeah.
Like, good on her too. It didn't look like she was doing, she just came to get a paycheck. She looked like she was having fun. So that's great. We need more of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jocelyn keeps improving. I love it. Getting to work with the XWW talent, getting to work with the Priscilla Kelly, the Isla Dawn, the Thunder Roses of the world. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and she's come a long way from that match with Thunder Rosa.
Yeah,
a really long way.
And it was Jocelyn getting the pin again. Outside talent putting it over the local talent.
That crossbody in the corner like that too sounds like a car crash. Like in that building, like with the way the setup was, it was very loud and impactful. It was very like, it sounded like some shit fucking hit some other shit. Like it was like, ooh, that was rough. It was, yeah, and very impactful.
From there, we have our first championship match of the day. The absolute champion Chuck Stone defending against Austin James, and I liked this match a lot more than I thought I was going to when I heard it happen.
No, I liked it too. I just didn't understand, what did Austin James do to get a title match?
Not being the JLIT. I mean, let's be honest about it. You got 50 people in the JLIT. Somebody got to get that shot.
I'm glad they trusted him.
Let's look at it this way, okay? In the last probably 2 years of AIW, there has been multiple times where somebody has lost multiple matches and then was granted a title match. It happens quite often like that. They obviously don't look at wins and losses that much as to whether or not you can put on a good match with the champion or whoever.
No, you're right.
We know that Chuck Stone and Crazy Pants are favorites of Thorne, so why not put them together and have a match? And it was a good match. Yeah, it was a very good match.
Yeah,
I mean, there's no logic in a lot of. There is some logic in a lot of the booking. However, in certain times, you try to apply logic to what did, like you said, what did he do to get this match? He's a wrestler on the roster, and sometimes the champion just wrestles a guy,
which is fine. Fine. I don't mind that. So, it's fine.
I mean, that's how I kind of looked at it. I didn't go, "Well, that doesn't make any sense." I just kind of roll with the punches at this point, because you just gotta, what's that, Jayhawk?
And let's look at Austin James 2025 so far, and then this might be incomplete. You can cage match, and they're behind on getting some of the result up. They can switch to the YouTube. But Austin James wins the scramble in January. Luke into Heath Slater in February. That's no shame to Luke and freaking Heath Slater. Defeat Dominic Guarini in March. He part of a scramble in May at the 20th anniversary show. Part of a four-way in June. Defeat Kid Cash, Slim J, and Vic Vice in a four-way at the rap show.
Mm-hmm.
Defeated Alex Maley in Absolution. So he's been winning matches. It's not like he 0 for 8 on a year or something. Like he's been winning matches, and the losses he had are multi-man matches or against name talent. So I can justify this from the quote unquote kayfabe standpoint that he's done enough to earn a shot like this.
Definitely. All right, that's fine.
And once Chuck Stone getting the win eventually with the pop-up spinebuster, 14 minutes and 38 seconds.
He used a table off the stage. They both went through.
Oh yeah, I did like that spot a lot. I thought that was fun.
I thought it was a super weird place to do the table spot. I don't know. I would have done it, at ringside, maybe off the apron, but whatever.
I didn't mind it there. I feel like they hadn't done a spot like that in that area, so I was fine with it.
Somehow Peach got involved in this match. I'm still trying to figure that out.
He was under the ring.
Okay.
Just chilling.
Yeah, Peach is trying to get them to go over. And the only real critique I have of it is they were doing a spot in the ring where they got up some chairs and we're trying to strike each other. And I'm not a big fan of that spot anyway, because that looked too contrived. But then they didn't even get that far into it because Austin James' chair broke from underneath him.
He's Crazy Pants, man. Like, shit happens.
Yeah, I was not expecting to like the match. I really liked the match.
Yeah, no, I liked it too. Chuck works hard. I like Chuck. He's a good dude. He works hard. He should be another guy. Chuck, you should be working other companies. That's all I'm saying.
Right, but from there, we have the intermission. We come back from intermission with a three-way match. Eric Taylor with the Duke, Tyler Jordan with Nipsey Nash, and Sidney Akeem. And again, name talent, the outside talent, putting over the local talent. Sidney Akeem taking the pin here.
Yep. Nothing wrong with this one either.
Nope.
I just a fun. The second session was a lot of fun. It was matches that I didn't need everyone killing themselves. It was just a lot of fun. And there was a couple of matches where people were ready to, you were going balls to the wall. But then you had something like this to separate in between the titles and the different stuff. I liked it.
That was fine. I mean, everybody knows my take on three-way matches, but that was fine.
There wasn't too many spots where they were only two guys in the ring.
It really wasn't long enough for them to go ridiculous with that either. The match was 9 minutes.
Right.
But Kid King appeared to have it win, but Eric Taylor broke up the pin with a curb stomp and then pinned Akeem. Eric Taylor losing streak is over. They were making a big deal about that losing streak. Then he's back on the winning track.
Yep. Oh, this was the one with the dive, where he went up and over and then he landed leg first on the guardrails. And there were a lot of shows that I've been to and seen where that spot happens. Unfortunately, you can't do it if the fence is if the barricades are that close. You're gonna break your legs. You can't do it. Just stay away from that move. I know you want to do it, but unless you're gonna get all the guys in the match to back up that barricade before you do it, there is a big chance that you're gonna hit your leg on that barricade. Let's just not do it. Stay away from it. It looks like he broke his leg. I know he didn't, but it looks like he could on a move like that. Let's just not do that spot.
From there, we've got the battle for the AIW Tag Team Championship. The unlikely team of Tyson Rigg and Derek Dillinger, accompanied by Katie Arquette, taking on the champion PME, accompanied by Bill Alfonso.
The new production.
The new production.
With 80s music and
they've got their action star with the karate man there.
I could not be happier. There's like three things going on in this with this team now that I get to say Derek, who's our buddy, is now tag team champions with the Man Bear Pig Kid. I love it. I think it is out. I never saw it coming. Not in a million years that I think that match was going to go that way.
Now, to tell you how surprised I am, this is the one match I don't have a time for because I was so certain that we were getting a kick out there or a save that I didn't even think of stopping the stopwatch. And I just kept it for like 30 seconds going, what the fuck just happened?
I'm so happy that Derek and Man Bear Pig are the tag team champions. I fucking love it. I love it. I love that Derek has to team with that kid because I get to call the Man Bear Pig all the time now. And I may just text Derek later and just call him the Man Bear Pig director or just Man Bear Pig 2 because it is fantastic. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and the finish made it even more shocking. The story of the match is Tyson and Derek have never teamed together, and there's miscommunication all through the match. But then when it mattered, we get a German suplex from Tyson Rigg as Derek throws that roaring elbow. 1, 2, 3, clean as pin you're gonna get.
Yep.
And new champion and PME coming 1 day shy of tying the record for the longest single tag team title reign.
Was that on purpose, you think?
I that's a good question. I don't know.
Amazing.
Somebody get on the horn to Thorne and find out.
I'll ask him. Amazing. Derek, God bless you. I think it's amazing. I think you're going to I'm going to have eons of fun with you and the MBPK, Man Bear Pig Kid. It's going to be great. I just love it. I love the new production, rock and roll.
Yeah, from there, we have our semi-final match of the evening. The 10th champion, Isaiah Broner, taking on the debuting Jake Something. Perfect fucking match to have. I love it.
Jake Something versus the wet floor in the corner. The floor wins.
Yep.
Unfortunately. He recovered well. The match fucked hard. It was... I had Jocelyn and I had Jeff Steele next to me as we were watching the match, and we were fucking laughing so hard. And then I explained to them the theory that we have where we think that J Pro is secretly really gay for Broner, and that's why he's like putting him over so big. And there's a spot right at the end of the match where J Pro gets on the apron and he's yelling at Broner to clothesline something, and I thought he was going to give him a kiss on the cheek. And we were hollering shit the whole time. It was so fun. This match was just fun to be. Jocelyn's fun to watch wrestling with, but watching this match specifically, with them. I had a blast, even though like I would have had a blast without them there because it was like a big meaty man slapping meat match. But with them, it was even funnier and fun. This was a really fun match.
I can't believe Jake something always looks to me like a superhero. Like he's so jacked and like, but Broner and him were just as big as each other.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the matches you want to see, by the way. When you have guys that size, you want to see a guy that size versus another guy that size. And they beat the piss out of each other. I love Isaiah Broner. I love him. I am so glad. He looks great too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Jocelyn must be on the same diet. They look great. Jake something fantastic. Yes.
I think Broner versus Mad Dog is something I'd love to see too. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think that they would click pretty well.
Yep. I'm fine with that too.
Yeah. So
I want to see Broner against big dudes, throwing big bombs, bumping meat like Biggie says.
J-Pro is all about Broner and another big meaty man. Like he wants to get in between them.
Yeah,
he wants to make a J-Pro sandwich.
You talk about your 5-star matches.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing funnier than Big E doing that ever.
Five layers of meat, baby.
Right. He goes, you can keep your 5-star, but you can keep, that's what I want. Big meaty men bumping meat. And this was one of those, and they were hitting each other hard. And I was so happy for Broner. And Jake something is a specimen. This is like the 5th time I've seen him against people that I know, which I like, and I'm glad. So good on them. Great fucking match. Great.
Absolutely. One Broner retaining with the lariat. And then we have our main event, the final of the JT Lightning Invitational Tournament.
This is where I said nothing's stopping that match. I'm heading home. And I was on 168, or was it 169? One of them, when I received a text saying, well, and I knew who had won.
Yeah.
Listen, can I just say, can Wes Barkley go back to being a heel? I loved heel Wes Barkley. What a rotten bastard he was when he was Bishop's manager.
It makes his act bearable. When he's a face, I do not care.
I don't understand face Wes Barkley. I like him. He's a nice dude, but I don't understand. Wes Barkley's not a face. Wes Barkley should be a heel. Wes Barkley should come in and do what he did with Bishop and act like the biggest jerk in the room. Remember that when who did he wrestle? Was it Eddie Kingston or Nick Gage? And everyone wanted to kill his entourage and everyone else. That's the way it should be. It should be the evil Wes Barkley. So, you know what, Wes, I'm happy you won the JLIT. It's a cool thing to win. I'm glad that they didn't triple up on Eric Taylor. But you know what? I think you'd be better off, man. I think you'd be better off as a heel and healing it up all over the place. But good on you. And Big Sam, you'll get your time.
I just had a moment of dread because I just realized what it means that he won the JLIT. That means that he gets a title match.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I'm ready for a world champion Wes Barkley. I'm not ready for absolute champion. He gets an IW guy
title match.
No, he's absolutely not.
The IW guy not. I'm going to book it.
The JLIT is not transferable out of AIW. Got to be an AIW championship.
And that's an absolute title match, and I am not ready for absolute champion Wes Barkley. That's the stuff of nightmares.
Well,
in my mind.
Yeah, but we get Wes Barkley kind of fluking into the win here. Cam hit the choke bomb, does the cover with it back on top of Wes, and Wes turned into a crucifix for the pin. Cam leaves disgusted through the crowd. I hope that's going to turn into something.
I don't know. I'm curious as to where this goes. I like that they moved over some. I like that they moved over. They moved on some feuds. I thought this was one of the more well put together, more comprehensive wrestling shows AIW's done in a while. I love the style clashes and the different matches they gave us. Nothing felt similar. Back to back to back. Nothing felt similar. And I really enjoyed it. And I'm good for Wes. We'll see where it goes. But yeah, this is the first time I can honestly say in a while that I give this show by far. I'll do 4.75, and that's stack cans as high as Swoggle right there.
Yeah, I'm going to do 4.5. There's your boy.
I like that.
I will give it 4.5. Horse murders.
Horse murders. I like it. Plugs?
All right, follow me on Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and Blue Sky at Ref Jayhawk, Instagram at Jayhawk1539. I've got nothing going on this weekend. No, That's it for right now.
October 1st, Video Wire number 7, Mikey versus BK Westbrook, plus all the bonus footage. And October 4th, Mikey versus Trey Lamar, champion versus champion at Neo Pro Wrestling. Neither title will be on the line, but it is a champion showcase. And Jeff Steele will be in action in the pre-show in a singles match.
Hot damn. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at jgold12. Please rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen to us. Now is more important than ever. We'd love for you to subscribe to the YouTube, youtube.com/IW Guide, patreon.com/IW Guide, X IW Guide 1, Twitter, Blue Sky IW Guide. Rate, review, and subscribe wherever. Listen to us. Check it out. You know, we at the Main Event Network as well. We got over 200 subs now on the Main Event Network page. We're going for 100 on the IW Guide page. Help us out. Let's get there. I'll give away some more cards, some more signatures when we hit 100. And we appreciate everybody who listens every week. Don't forget about the merch store over at Brainbuster Tees. Our pal Will over at Gorilla Press Apparel. Will, who sent a cheap shot across the bow on Facebook at me when the Jets lost to his Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So fuck Will. Anyway, listen to our podcast friends on the Main Event Wrestling Network, Wrestling Junkies, on the Mark Wrestling Podcast, Tino's Time, Blog World Order, Tim Vicious Rants, and the NXT Night Shift. That's my show on Tuesday nights at 10:15. There will not be a show tomorrow night, as it is the Jewish holidays. I will be celebrating or doing something. At Odds with Wrestling, the card is going to change. The Super Fantastic Podcast and Marks with Mikes. Check out our other friends, Monsters in the Toy Box, Toy Hio, Rubber City Toys, Neo Pro Wrestling, OKCR Creations, Stash Pages, and Pally's Beef Jerky by our friend Kaplan. I'm glad you're feeling better, man. That's what I got.
Life short, watch more indie wrestling, and eat some Pally's Beef Jerky.
Hell yeah.
Don't forget to review and subscribe wherever you listen to us. Find us online at Facebook and Instagram at the Indie Wrestling Guide, and on X or Twitter at IW Guide 1.